Cedartown High School. You're watching coverage of the 2006 AAA state schedule here for Cartersville High School. We are in week number 7 as the Hurricanes make the long trip to Cedartown in what should be one fantastic contest, a game that traditionally gives the Hurricanes a lot of trouble. But tonight, Coach, things may be a little different just because the fact that Cedartown's struggling a little bit, 0-6, a very strange turn of events here in Polk County. They go to 0-6 on the season, not the start that we normally see out of a Bulldog football team.
Scott, you're right. Traditionally, this is a big rivalry, but with Cedartown, having a third coach in about 4 years, it's like you're starting over, each year for these kids, and it's been tough for this football program. So what would traditionally be a big rivalry, not necessarily so tonight. Now, you can't discard Cedartown and the heart of these kids. If these kids could beat Cartersville, this would make their season. Of all the teams on their schedule, if they're going to beat anybody, they would love to whip Cartersville. So Cartersville needs to be ready to take the best shot that Cedartown has tonight.
Well, traditionally, Cedartown plays the Hurricanes tough. Last year, Cartersville, a team that would have contended for the state title, hoping to contend for it. Cedartown not going to the playoffs. Last game of the year, the Bulldogs come away with a win. So you can't underestimate this team.
And Coach Barden has drilled that into the minds of kids. There are a lot of players that are still here from last year, and they remember what happened in Cartersville last year. Towards the end of the season, Cartersville really not playing for anything except for first place in the region, and it really kind of cost them last year in the state playoffs because they end up traveling to Cedartown. So these games are all big. They're all playoff games right now.
And as you said, everything's a playoff game, a big game coming up for the Canes, not a game they want to overlook. Even though Cedartown's struggling, I still saw a lot of athletes when they were warming up. We're going to take a quick break, come back with the coin toss and the kickoff. You're watching the Chuck Clancy Automotive High School Football Game of the Week. We'll be right back after this. And welcome back. You're watching the High School Football Game of the Week. I'm Scott Singer along with Donald Rucker as we're getting ready for the coin toss, and now we'll send it down to the field with our own Alan Kinsley, who has the microphone down there with the head referee.
You tell it loud enough so he can tell me what you called. If I drop it, we'll redo it, okay? You ready? You ready?
Tails.
What did he call?
Tails.
He called tails, and it is heads. It is heads.
For tonight's game.
You defer. Okay.
The
Red one, they're deferring.
Number 14, Lyle Allen. 35, Trey Ball.
Do you want the football?
48,
Where do you want to kick from?
Luke Pye. 69, Dan Neal. The captains for the Bulldogs.
Do that, please. Put your backs over there. Come on, here.
Number 61, Joe Colquitt. 57.
Second half, White's receiving the first half. Guys, shake hands, have a good first half.
34.
And there you had the coin toss from the midfield stripe, and obviously Cartersville going to get the football here, and obviously want to get their offense on the field first.
Yeah, and that's always, Scott, we talked about last week, a good strategy move. If you win the toss, which Cedartown did win the toss, but they deferred to the second half, you kick off, you hope to get a 3-and-out, hold the Cartersville offense, and then force a punt, and you're hoping to get the football in good field position. Of course, if Cartersville comes out and they drive the length of the field for a touchdown, it backfires on you, but that's always a good strategy to use to open the game.
Well, the Hurricanes have put their traditional banner in the air, and we're just about ready to get it underway here from the Dog Pound at Cedartown High School. Game 7 of the 2006 season, brought to you by Chuck Clancy Automotive, and we're just about ready to get it underway as the Hurricanes take the sideline here on the visiting side of the field for Cedartown. They're on the sideline on the other side, and we're just about ready to get things underway.
Scott, you can see Cartersville coming through the sign. Again, a huge rivalry game between Cartersville and Cedartown. On paper, from just looking at the past records, we know what should happen. Cartersville should come out, take care of business, and dominate this football game, but we don't know that. We don't know what's going to happen.
Well, the Hurricanes get an opportunity to get the ball first, and of course that's what they want. They want to put the offense on the field first, score first here, put Cedartown on the defensive, and there you see special teams coach Kyle Tucker along with J.J. Chapman, 2 former Hurricanes on the staff now, giving their final instructions to the return team, and the Hurricanes will send Donovan Tate back deep to receive. To his left will be Jeremy Tremble. To his right will be Morgan Alexander. The next line of defense for the Canes up front on the right will be Casey Carter. In the middle will be Doug Young, and to the left for the Canes will be Cody Nix. There you see head coach Frank Barden, and the Hurricanes with their helmets in the air will get the football, and we're just about ready to get this one underway from the Dog Pound here in Cedartown. Again, you're watching the Chuck Clancy Automotive High School Football Game of the Week. Set to kick this one off will be number 5, Brandon Brown. And it's just a quick kick over the middle, and the Hurricanes will fall on it. And ball might have exchanged hands underneath. We'll see what the call is. Looks like it'll be Cartersville football, although the referees on the ground look like they're trying to sort it out. And it will be Hurricane football. So,
Scott, I'm not sure where they were trying to onside kick or what the strategy was there, but I'll tell you, it wouldn't be a bad idea to open up this game with an onside kick. If you're Cedartown, when you're coming in 0-6, nothing to lose, why not open up the game with an onside kick?
well, the Hurricanes will get the football to start. The clock is not started yet here at Cedartown High School. The Hurricanes will bring it up to the line. They're going to go 4 wide receivers. They're going to send Alexander in motion, and this time they flare out quickly, hit Alexander in the flat. He's got some room to run as he cuts back up the middle and crosses the 45 out to the 46-yard line. A gain of almost 8 yards on first down, and the Hurricanes will face second and short.
And that was a new wrinkle that we haven't seen. That's what happens as the season begins to move on. You start to open up the playbook a little. Cartersville sending 17, Morgan Alexander in motion, and then they throw out in the flats. And I think there's going to be a little discussion now, Scott, about the clock. We know that the clock didn't move on that pass, but the clock didn't move on the opening kickoff. We're at 11:34 now.
We do apologize for some of our camera angles. We're over here on the visitors' side of the field in the press box, and again, we're not a whole lot higher than any of the fans out on the field. Hurricanes with a football. They hand off to Alexander up the middle. He's trying to get to the corner. He steps outside. He's got the first down and more across the midfield stripe into Cedartown territory down to the Bulldog 46-yard line, and the Hurricanes will move the sticks.
Yeah, really what Scott was trying to say, that's the HD camera that was just installed here. That's the new Workhorse Production HD view.
Yeah. 11:18 to play here in the opening quarter. Again, no score at Cedartown High School as we're just getting things underway. Hurricanes with a football. Lyle Allen gets the call from the sidelines. Now changes the play at the line. Hurricanes taking their time, bringing it up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the shotgun comes Allen. He drops back to pass, looks over the middle, throws it deep, has a receiver out there, and no penalty flag. Unbelievable. A lot of contact there in the corner. Ball intended that time for Casey Carter.
Well, that was number 5.
Actually, Tim Baker, rather.
Tim Baker. A lot of contact. I think the official is going to rule incidental contact on that play. As you can see on the replay, Lyle Allen hangs it up because number 5, Timmy Baker, is going to come up with this football most of the time, but you can see he gets his feet into tangled here with the defensive back. You can't quite see there on that view, but it could have easily gone either way. The defensive back for Cedartown was asking for a push in the back on Timmy Baker, but as it stands, it'll be 2nd and 10. Cartersville at the 50-yard line.
Hurricanes drop back to pass. Allen in some trouble, steps up now. He's going to run it. He's got some room across the 45, breaks a tackle outside, catches a block, and goes down just shy of the Cedartown 40-yard line at the 41. And it'll bring up 3rd and short now for the Canes. The Canes need to just get across the 40 for the first down, so they're going to be about a yard and a half short. As Allen now gets the call from the sidelines.
And we didn't see a lot of Allen scrambling last week against Haralson County. He was a distributor last week, getting the ball to his guys in open field, in space, and just distributing the football.
Now we got a penalty flag on the field. We'll see what the call is. 10:34 to go here in the opening quarter. Again, no score from Cedartown High School. You're watching the Chuck Clancy Automotive High School Football Game of the Week. We're going to have an offside call against the Bulldogs lining up in the neutral zone. There you see head coach Frank Barden.
Scott, that's something you just don't see that often. Cartersville in a shotgun, and they're able to draw Cedartown off sides in the shotgun. You normally see that when the quarterback is under center, but I don't know how you jump off sides in a shotgun when you're standing there. You're looking at the football.
Hurricanes will bring it up to the line. They're going to go 4 wide receivers, 1 back in the backfield. Allen drops back to pass. Under some pressure, flares it out in the flat to Donovan Tate. He's got some room to run as he steps outside, spins off one would-be tackler, and he gets across the Cedartown 35 down to about the 31-yard line. Nice pickup there for the purple and gold. It'll bring up 2nd and 5 now for the Canes with just inside 10 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. And here you see it on the instant replay tonight, brought to you by North Metro Technical College. Just flares that one out into the flat, and Donovan makes a good catch over the shoulder and brings it in, and the Hurricanes set themselves up. 2nd and 5 to call. They'll run trips to the left side of the formation. Allen now changing the play at the line. Gets the call from the sidelines. The no-huddle set gives the Hurricanes a lot of time at the line of scrimmage. And again, Allen out of the shotgun. This time he drops back, throws it over the flat, has Baker, and it's incomplete. A little bit high that time to Baker, and it'll bring up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, on that route right there, Scott, that ball was thrown probably 35 yards towards the sideline. I think Timmy Baker needs to be just a tad closer. I think by the alignment, Cartersville's a little too wide. Had he caught this football, really didn't have a whole lot of real estate to work with, as you see the defensive back number 5 coming up for Cartersville. But it looks like the strategy for Cartersville is to attack the flats. You've seen a lot of passes in the flats. 1 pass deep to Timmy Baker, but everything else has been in the flats.
Lyle Allen will bring him up to the line. We're going to go 2 backs in the backfield, 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left side of the formation. Allen rolling out. Now he's going to step up, and Allen runs up the middle and takes a hit and will go down right at the 30-yard line. So it'll bring up 4th and 5 now for the Canes offensively. This would be a 47-yard attempt right now if they were to kick it, and I believe they're going to leave the offense on the field.
Yeah, and looking at Cedartown, this is not a very big Cedartown defense. You look at this defensive front, not very big, but a lot of speed on the field, a lot of speed and quickness for Cedartown.
The Hurricanes will come out of the shotgun. Again, they're going to go 4 wides. Allen now changing the play on the audible. 8:50 to play here in the opening quarter. Allen drops back, looks over the middle, has a receiver, and tries to hit R.B. Clyburn, and no flag out. A lot of contact there, and it'll be a turnover on downs, and Cedartown will take over.
Nice job by the defensive back, number 6 for Cedartown. As you see him trotting off, that's Branson Delaney. Got a hand in as 25, R.B. Clyburn tried to extend, left his feet to try to catch that football, but Delaney getting a hand in also to help knock that ball down, pulling back Clyburn's arm right there, preventing him from catching the football. So nice job of defense by Cedartown on his opening drive.
So the Hurricane defense will come onto the field. Cedartown bringing it up to the line. They're going to send it back in motion, and this time they hand up right up the middle on the belly to number 4, Demetrius Green. So Demetrius Green, the fullback, pushes it forward for a yard or 2, and it'll bring up 2nd and long with 8:29 to play here in the opening quarter.
And if you're the Cartersville defense, you got to expect anything tonight. Cedartown has nothing to lose. I'm sure they've got a couple of trick plays up their sleeves tonight, and you're going to see some things that they haven't done all season because they want to beat Cartersville.
Bringing it up to the line is Van Hunt. Hunt comes out of the shotgun this time. He's going to send a receiver in motion. That's Tyler Smith, and this time they keep it in Hunt's hands across the 40 out to about the 43-yard line, and just like that, the Bulldogs will move the sticks.
Cartersville, Cedartown coming out in the spread offense, faking the handoff to the halfback. Hunt kept the football, but Scott, looked like we had some movement. You had a receiver going in motion, had one receiver stepping up.
Yeah, two guys
moving at the same time.
Yeah, there's a third guy.
There's a third guy in the backfield moving, but no flag was called, but a lot of movement by Cedartown.
Now they got it. Now
where
they dropped a late
flag come from?
I think they had to call that one.
Well,
one of the 7 guys had to see all those guys
moving.
moving.
You got 3 guys moving at one time. That's arena football, Canadian football. I mean, that's not American, whatever it is.
So it'll be 2nd and 12 now after the loss of 5 with the penalty, and Van Hunt brings them up to the line. Hunt will come out of the shotgun. And twins the left side of the formation. They're going to send a back in motion, and this time Hunt drops back, drops the screen over the middle, and it's incomplete. That time intended for number 17, Tyler Smith.
And number 45 for Cartersville, that's Leon Payne, was not fooled by that play. Scott, I'm not sure about the alignment, but, you know, really think Cartersville needs to check the alignment of the receivers of Cedartown. There are times here, these last two plays, I don't know if they had enough linemen on the line of scrimmage, but some very unusual sets and formations by Cedartown.
Well, the Bulldogs in their huddle, 7:35 to play here in the opening quarter. Again, no score from Cedartown High School. You're watching the Chuck Clancy Automotive High School Football Game of the Week. This is Week 7 of the 2006 season. The Hurricanes with a win tonight can guarantee themselves a place in the postseason. Van Hunt coming out of the shotgun. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left side of the formation. He drops back to pass, has a little bit of time, now under some pressure, rolls out, throws it to the flat, and it's almost picked off that time. TJ Ackey standing right there, and it hit him right in the chest. And had he been able to hang on to that one, might have gone in the other direction for 6, and that's going to bring up 4th down, and the Bulldogs are going to be forced to punt.
Van Hunt under a lot of pressure. 4th down and 12 is not a position you want to be in against this Cartersville defense, particularly when you're dropping back to pass with the speed and the pressure they can bring from the outside.
Donovan Tate will be standing just shy of his own 45-yard line as the Bulldogs will get set to punt with 7:28 to play, and now we're going to have a penalty flag. We'll see if there's movement on the offensive line first. Everyone's pointing. Of course, when you jump off sides, the best thing to do is point at the other guy. That could always always help your cause. And it's going to be against the Canes, but the penalty will just be 5 yards. It will not be enough for a 1st down. So instead of 4th and 12, it's now 4th and 7. I believe the Bulldogs will still punt. Brandon Ridgway in to kick it away. And again, Donovan Tate back to receive now. He's just shy of his own 40-yard line. Ridgway gets the snap and gets it away and shanks it to the left. And it's going to take a Hurricane bounce back, and it'll roll out of bounds, I believe, at the 45 of Cedartown, and that's where the Hurricanes are going to take over. 1st and 10 with 7:22 to play here in the opening quarter. Again, no score from the dog pound in Cedartown, but the Hurricanes, again, with excellent field position.
Yeah, that's going to be about a 12-yard punt from Ridgeway. You know, if you're the head coach and you know you're going to shank one, you just wish you had gone for it. Throw a long interception or something if you're going to get off a 12-yard punt. But Cartersville will start this drive 1st and 10 at the Cedartown 47-yard line.
Hurricanes will go under center this time as they pitch it off around the left end and looking for Morgan Alexander, who's hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss on the play. And it's going to bring up 2nd and long now. He lost 7 on 1st down. Make it 2nd and 17 now for the Canes.
Scott, I'll tell you what the speed that Cedartown has. As you noted before the game started, they've got some athletes, some good-looking kids, and trying to run wide is going to be tough against this defense. You can probably pound them a little with the big offensive line that Cartersville has, but running wide is going to be a challenge against this defense.
Something new this year for the Bulldogs, they've got stickers on their helmets. Traditionally, they wore the old Georgia helmet. Out of the shotgun goes Allen. He drops back, looks to the flat, has Jeremy Tremble. Tremble down after a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and long now for the Canes. And again, the Hurricane offense being slowed a little bit here in the opening quarter. 6:27 to go. No score from the dog pound. Checking into the game now is Troy Nelson. He replaces number 9, Bobby Schneider.
And Cedartown playing a lot of man-to-man against the Cartersville wideouts. What that tells you is that they think they have enough speed to match up man-to-man and cover Cartersville wideouts all over the field.
Out of the shotgun comes Allen. He drops back. Now in trouble, throws it to the flat, has a receiver in Tremble. Tremble steps up, crosses the 35, and is going to be wrestled out of bounds at the 31-yard line, very near a Hurricane 1st down, and we'll see where the spot is. I believe he may have it.
And they're going to give it to him, Scott. Going to spot him about a yard past the marker.
So a 1st down for the Hurricanes. They're 2nd of the night, and you see Allen just scrambling, and what a beautiful play over the middle. Drops it right in the pocket of Jeremy Tremble, and Tremble puts on a move right there, catches a block, and turns upfield, and just like that, the purple and gold are rolling.
That's called a tunnel screen made famous by Jim Dunnan at the University of Georgia. Lyle almost got rid of that football too late.
This time the Canes are going to hand off right up the middle, and Troy Nelson loose across the 15 down to the 11-yard line. a gain of 20 for Troy Nelson on first down, and the Hurricanes will move the sticks again.
And that's that play that Troy Nelson scored on against, what was that, Haralson County, or was it the week before? It was
the week before,
against
Sandy Creek.
I don't know what this play is called, but they're getting ready to change it to the Nelson.
Hurricanes will bring it up to the line. Again, Lyle Allen getting the call from the sidelines. The clock running now after the movement of the sticks. 5:39 to play here in the opening quarter, and Allen will again keep it himself up the middle, and the quarterback keeper, he's inside the 10 down to about the 9-yard line. A pickup of 2 or 3 on first down, brings up second, and let's call it 7.
And a saving tackle by number 57, Anthony Crawford, on that play. If he doesn't make the tackle on Allen, Allen's going to walk into the end zone and score, but there's a defensive tackle making a saving tackle. Lyle picks up 3 yards on the play. Be second down and 7 for Cartersville first down.
5:09 to play here in the opening quarter. The Hurricanes will bring it up to the line. Allen will come out of the shotgun. One back in the backfield is Morgan Alexander. They'll go 3 wide receivers. Clyburn to the bottom of your screen, and this time the Hurricanes hand off to Alexander around the right end. He's looking for the corner. Now breaks a tackle, steps outside, and is going to be brought down, I believe, inside the 10, maybe at about the 8-yard line. And it's going to bring up third down now for the purple and gold. 4:44 to play here in the opening quarter. Again, you're watching the Chuck Clancy Automotive High School Football Game of the Week. This is Week 7. The Hurricanes 5-1 coming in. The Bulldogs 0-6. And the Hurricanes trying to stay atop Region 6 AAA. Carrollton playing a big game with Sandy Creek tonight.
Big game. Of course, if Sandy Creek does not play any better than what they did against Cartersville, that game could get out of control early.
And it's a big road trip again for the Patriots. Hurricanes drop back to pass. Allen looking in the end zone, and wide open is Donovan Tate for 6. And the Hurricanes draw first blood here in this Region 6 AAA game for both squads. And there you see Donovan Tate in. It was an 8-yard touchdown pass, and the Hurricanes lead it 6-0.
Nice job by Lyle, just scrambling to the left just ever so slightly, buying a little time and giving Donovan Tate an opportunity to get open right there, delivering a nice ball right there to 32, Donovan Tate.
So Trent Dittmer will come in to attempt the extra point with 4:18 to play here in the opening quarter. The snap is down, the kick is up and on the way, and it's good. The Canes lead it 7-0. You're watching the Chuck Clancy Automotive High School Football Game of the Week as we get another look at it right here as Allen over the top to a wide open Donovan Tate, and the Hurricanes are in the end zone. And there you have it, Hurricanes 7, Cedartown nothing. We'll be right back after this. You're watching the High School Football Game of the Week. And welcome back. You're watching the High School Football Game of the Week. I'm Scott Singer along with Donald Rucker as 4:18 to play here in the opening quarter. Cartersville 7, Cedartown nothing, and the Hurricanes get on the board quickly.
And Scott, if you're Cartersville, that's what you want to do to a team that's struggling. A young football team, you want to go ahead and put points on the board early, because if you can get Cedartown down, they know what has happened the previous 6 weeks. Right in the back of their heads, they're thinking, oh, well, here we go again. So you want to put some points up early.
So the Hurricanes kick off a deep floating kick, and it'll be fielded at the 4 and are inside the goal line, and that'll be a touchback. Of course, you can't bring it out of the end zone, so Demetrius Green pulls up with the ball, but it doesn't matter, and the Bulldogs will start from their own 20.
And that is the best kick coverage you can possibly have, one that you can't return. Nice job of kicking the football again by Trent Dittmer. I would assume Cartersville keeps stats on this, but Trent Dittmer has put a lot of balls in the end zone this year.
So the Bulldogs will bring it up to the line, led by quarterback Van Hunt. He'll go under center, and he hands off right up the middle this time, and now they'll bring it across the 25, across the 30 to the 31-yard line. And just like that, got a little movement here for the Cedartown offense.
Van Hunt running the midline. He faked to the fullback, kept the football. You got to have the outside linebacker responsible for the quarterback on that play. Not sure whose assignment it was. You can go outside linebacker or middle linebacker, but somebody missed an assignment, and that's what option forces you to do. When you're an option football team, you force everybody to take a man.
Well, again, they're going to bring it up to the line. Out of the shotgun, and Hunt will keep it himself around the right end. Pitches it at the last second, and the Hurricanes are there to stop him. Great play defensively by the purple and gold.
Here it is, number 7, Byron Hall on the play along with number 8, a sophomore, Tyler Blackwell. Hunt got as much as he could, and then he pitched it at the last minute to number 4 on that play, Demetrius Green. Of course, Demetrius Green is going, thanks a lot. There's nothing left, and he just tosses it to me and said, Demetrius, take these hits. You can see Byron Hall, the first one to make contact with Green.
So the Bulldogs break the huddle and bring it up to the line. They will work with 2 wide receivers bunched in tight. Double slots this time, and Hunt goes under center. He's going to send a back in motion. That time it's Brandon Green, and he's going to give it to him around the left end, and the Hurricane defense is there to stop him.
Yeah, they just ran a toss sweep trying to get to the perimeter, but number 48 is the first one there for Cartersville, Luke Pye from his defensive end position, and then a host of Hurricanes coming in to make the tackle on Green. But Cartersville, again, a lot like Cedartown, very fast defense, very difficult to get to the perimeter. You want to go north-south and try to, get into the secondary if you can, but it's very tough to do that running east-west on either defense.
So the Bulldogs will bring it up to the line. It's going to be 3rd and 4 the call, 2:22 to play here in the opening quarter. Cartersville leading it 7-0 on the Chuck Clancy Automotive High School Football Game of the Week. Hunt rolls out, has a receiver deep, and the ball is going to be incomplete, and it's going to bring up 4th down, and we'll see what the Bulldogs do here.
So that's good coverage on that play by Tyler Blackwell. All over number 17, Tyler Smith. Good coverage. Cedartown ran a bunch formation where they had 3 receivers in tight to the right, but Cartersville did a good job of covering. Nobody really open on that play.
So we'll see what the Hurricanes do here. As they send Donovan Tate back, he'll be just across his own 40-yard line.
Had a 12-yard kick the last time, so Donovan may want to creep up a little.
Snap is down, the kick is away, and he shanks it off the left side again, and once again it will not cross the 50-yard line, and the Hurricanes will take over at the Cedartown 46 with 2:06 to play here in the opening quarter. Canes leading at 7-0 on the Chuck Clancy Automotive High School Football Game of the Week.
Wow. That first punt by Ridgeway went 12. Scott, I think this one traveled about 8. So, if he punts one more time, he may kick a field goal behind his head the rate he's going right now.
Cartersville will start from the Cedartown 40-yard line, just inside the 40. We'll call it the 39 with 2:06 to play here in the opening quarter as the Hurricane offense comes onto the field. 3 wides, split to the left side of the formation, 1 to the right. Clyburn at the top of your screen. They're going to send the receivers. In trouble goes Allen. Now he picks it up, throws it deep, has a receiver in Tremble, and Tremble reverses his field for the touchdown, and the Hurricanes are on the board. They now lead it 13-0 as the Fun and gun offense works again to perfection, and the Hurricanes connect from 39 yards away as Jeremy Tremble comes away with yet another touchdown.
Lyle Allen is so cool under pressure. 57. Anthony Crawford had a chance to make the tackle, but I'm telling you, there was steam on that pass that Lyle Allen threw. A strike and hit the deuce. Number 2, Jeremy Tremble for a touchdown.
So the Hurricanes on the board again, leading it 13-0. And now Trent Dittmer will come in for the extra point. The snap is down, the kick is on the way, and it's good. Canes lead it 14-0. We'll take a quick break and come back. You're watching the High School Football Game of the Week, brought to you by Chuck Clancy Automotive. And welcome back. You're watching the High School Football Game of the Week. I'm Scott Singer along with Donald Rucker. 1:57 to play here in the first quarter, and the Hurricanes get the kick, an end-over-end floating kick toward the goal line, and he's going to run it out. And he'll run right out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. And I don't quite understand that.
Well, Scott, he had about 5 white jerseys coming after him, and they were not walking. They were all sprinting towards him. And he said, Coach, look at those boys. They're coming at me fast. So he took it to the sideline, just like any pro back would do. But Cedartown will start 1st and 10 on their own 12-yard line. I'll tell you, kickoff coverage is just beautiful when it's done correctly, and Cartersville has done an excellent job of kickoff coverage all year long.
Well, Cedartown will start from their own 13-yard line with 1:54 to play here in the opening quarter. Van Hunt out of the shotgun this time, and now he keeps it right up the middle with the fullback, and he'll get nowhere. So the clock continues to run, and it brings up 2nd and 10.
Van Hunt making the read on the option and decided to give the football. They really had nothing inside. You know, Van Hunt appears to be more of a thrower than he is a runner, but Cartersville, you know, if you're defense, what you want is for that quarterback to keep the football, and if you can get a shot on that quarterback, you know, you don't want anybody to get hurt, but if he doesn't go back into the game, that's a plus for you.
Well, the Bulldogs will bring it up to the line again. Van Hunt comes out of the shotgun. This time he'll go 3 wide receivers, 1 back in the backfield, and now hand up right up the middle again. Guy keeping him himself, actually, as he fakes it and goes for a couple, and it's going to be a little bit of a gain. I apologize. It's hard to follow up here. We have really no angle on the field to see what the plays are developing on. We're about eye level from about maybe 8 rows of bleachers. We're about that high above the stadium.
Yeah, if we
on
had
the visitor side.
the row in front of us to stand up, we're in trouble.
42 seconds to play here in the opening quarter. 14-0 your score. Cartersville on top of this one on the road at Cedartown. Van Hunt will come out of the shotgun. He's going to send it back in motion. Hunt now rolling out to his right. Will keep it. Now he pitches it in the backfield, and the Hurricanes will meet him right there. And he's going to be short of the original line of scrimmage, and it's going to bring up 4th down, and the Bulldogs are going to be forced to punt.
Yeah, I think the option for Cedartown is a much more effective play, Scott, when they're on the center. See, the quarterback is so deep when he pitches the football. Cartersville has an opportunity to get off blocks and still make the play. You see defensive linemen, linebackers, and everybody on that play.
Well, that's going to do it for the first quarter of play. Cartersville leading it 14-0. We'll take a quick break and come back. You're watching the high school football game of the week, brought to you by Chuck Clancy Automotive. We'll be right back after this. And welcome back. You're watching the high school football game of the week, brought to you by Chuck Clancy Automotive as we get ready to start the second quarter. And the Bulldogs are forced to punt here. It's 4th and 5 from their own 19-yard line. Back deep to receive is Donovan Tate at the Bulldog 40. So far, the punting not working out real well for Cedartown. They'll get the snap here. The Hurricanes are going to come after him. Ball's on the ground, and the Hurricanes are going to take over with excellent field position down inside the Cedartown 10, back at about the 8-yard line, and the Hurricanes are knocking on the door again.
Special teams is absolutely killing Cedartown. They're getting nothing from the punt game. They can't sustain a drive. They're having to punt the football, and the punting game is absolutely killing Cedartown. Cartersville has played this entire first half on the Cedartown side of the ball. As you can see, the punter not able to field the snap. We said it was Ridgway. Actually, yeah. That's 29, Scott Holmes. And they're struggling punting the football.
I guess they don't have anybody that can punt. Because
it's very obvious that they don't.
They don't have anybody that's had any experience punting, because that's some of the worst-looking punting I've seen. Rolling out, the Hurricanes throw toward the goal line. That ball, that time, intended for Donovan Tate. It goes incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd and goal for the Canes. But normally you can find a soccer player, somebody. They haven't gotten anybody kick more than 10 yards.
Scott, you know, if when you've seen 2 shanks, a 12 and a 7-yarder, you'll put somebody else out there to kick, but obviously they don't have anybody. There's nobody that can catch it, drop it, and punt it.
Well, the Hurricanes break the huddle. They'll bring it up to the line. 2nd and goal to call. 11:51 to play here in the first half. The Hurricanes will come out of the shotgun. Allen sends Clyburn wide to the left side of the formation, looking to the backside. Allen's going to roll out. He's got one man to beat, steps up, throws toward the end zone, and it's incomplete, and it's going to bring up 3rd and goal now for Cartersville.
And a pretty good job of coverage by the secondary of Cedartown. Lyle Allen buying time again, scrambling towards his left. Really did a great job of getting rid of that football. It's going to be 2nd down and goal for Cartersville, first touchdown, right? A 3rd down and goal for a first down. Cartersville with 8 yards to go. They can't get a first down. They're going to have to score a touchdown. 3rd and 8.
Well, the Hurricanes will bring it up to the line. Again, they'll work out of the shotgun. This time they're going to bunch Baker and Tate to the right side of the formation, and they run it around the right end to Tremble. He's looking for the corner, and Tremble is going to dive into the end zone for 6, and the Hurricanes are on the scoreboard. Actually, that's Morgan Alexander, and the Hurricanes are on the scoreboard.
And they cross Cedartown up, 3rd and 8. Cartersville threw on 1st and 2nd down, and they ran the handoff sweep to 17, Morgan Alexander. When you're playing a lot of man-to-man, if you can get through the initial wave of defense, you got a chance for a big play in the secondary when you're running those guys off and you're playing man-to-man in the secondary.
Trent Dittmer will come in for his third extra point attempt. The snap is down, the kick is up, and it's good. The Canes now lead it 21-0. You're watching the Chuck Clancy Automotive High School Football Game of the Week, and there you take another look at it. Morgan Alexander just taking it around the right end, and the Hurricanes are in business. He's just got one man to beat outside, and he just turns on the Jets, and the Hurricanes are in the end zone. They now lead it 21-0 as we sit here with 11:36 to play in the first half. We'll be right back after this. You're watching the Chuck Clancy Automotive High School Football Game of the Week. And welcome back. You're watching the High School Football Game of the Week. I'm Scott Singer along with Donald Rucker as the Bulldogs will go under center. Wide receiver to each side. They're going to send a back in motion, and Hunt this time hands off to the fullback up the middle, who gets drilled right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. And the clock continues to run inside 11:20 to play here in the opening half. Canes up 21-0 on the Chuck Clancy Automotive High School Football Game of the Week.
That's right, number 48. Get fired up. Luke Pye delivering the blow. What a lick at the line of scrimmage. Jump up off the ground and get excited about it. That's what you want to see on defense.
Well, the Hurricanes will bring it up to the line defensively as the Bulldogs break the huddle. Bulldogs will work out of the shotgun. Van Hunt with two backs in the backfield. Sends a receiver in motion. That time it's Caleb Reeder. He's going to pitch it out on the wing, and the Hurricanes will meet him right there. Nice tackle up just shy of the 15-yard line, and it's going to bring up 3rd and about 7 now for the Bulldogs.
Scott, I think we got a fumble on that play. You can't really tell. I don't know. I didn't see any bean badge. I saw Cartersville dive on the football. Number 13, the first one on the tackle for Cartersville, Cody Nix. And then we had 45, Leon Payne, along with the safety, number 32, Donovan Tate, again coming in for cleanup. But I thought the football came out. It'll be 3rd down and 7 for a Cedartown first down. And for Cedartown's sake, they've got to get a first down right here. You don't want to put the punter back on the field again.
10 minutes to play here in the first half. Van Hunt will bring it up to the line. 3rd and 7 the call. Hunt with one back in the backfield this time. He'll bring the tight end to the right side of the formation. Twins to the left. Under some pressure. Throws it over the middle. Has a receiver, and it's caught up across the 25 out of the 26-yard line, and the Bulldogs will move the sticks.
And Scott, that's a nice pass by Van Hunt on that play. Given time, Van Hunt's a good quarterback. We saw that last year when he directed the victory over Cartersville last year, but very good quarterback, but not a lot of support here in the first half. That's a nice pass.
So the Bulldogs will be able to eat a little clock here and move the sticks and win a big field position move there. Twins to the left side of the formation. Out of the shotgun again goes Hunt with two backs in the backfield. This time he'll send the tight end to the right side of the formation, and it's going to drop back, running the option to the weak side, and he'll keep it across the 35 out to the 37-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and the Bulldogs will move the sticks again.
Van Hunt making a good read again. The linebacker over-scraped and missed the tackle on that play. That's 45. Leon Payne had an opportunity. You see right here in the screen. There he is. Quarterback cuts back inside of him, just over-scraped. You got to stay inside out on the quarterback. He got his shoulders out in front of the quarterback, giving the quarterback a cutback lane.
So the Bulldogs in their huddle will bring it up to the line. Cedartown working on the near side of the field. 1st and 10 the call. 9 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Out of a wing T set. This time they're going to send it back in motion, and they hand off right up the middle that time to number 34, Antavius Robinson. And with 8:44 to go here, it brings up 2nd and about 8 now for the Bulldogs.
Number 37 in the football game for Cartersville, A.J. Ridley. Haven't seen Cartersville bring any heat yet from the outside. Van Hunt, every time he rides the fullback and keeps the football, he has not gotten any quick pressure in his face. You know, you may see one of those Cartersville outside linebackers line up on the ball and just take off and fly and just send a stunt right in his face one time here.
2nd and 8 the call. Two backs in the backfield. 3 wides, and this time Hunt will hand off again right up the middle to Robinson, who gets hit right at the line of scrimmage. He'll be brought down for a loss on the play, and it's going to bring up 3rd and long.
And there was the stunt. They had number 36 for Cartersville, outside linebacker Joseph Williams, along with number 11, John Jansen, both coming hard on the outside. If Van Hunt does not give that football, he's going to be a sandwich because those two linebackers were coming hard to get pressure on the quarterback. 3rd down and 9, and you would think this would be a passing situation. When you're bringing your linebackers, what's open is the middle of the football field, 7 to 8 yards deep. You can get a receiver open right in the middle.
Well, again, Hunt will come out of the shotgun, one back in the backfield. They'll run a slot to the right with 3 wide receivers, and the Hurricanes give pressure to Hunt. He's going to take off up the field running. He's got the first down. Ball's on the ground, and I believe the Hurricanes may have it. And I believe they do. The Canes will take over at the 49-yard line with 7:18 to play here in the first half, and the purple and gold are on the move again.
That's what scares you about a mobile quarterback, particularly when you're playing man-to-man in secondary. He got pressure, stepped up in the pocket, and number 11 for Cartersville not only made the tackle but made a strip. Well, it was not number 11. I'll take it back. It's number 71 for Cartersville. That's Daniel Gilbert making a strip. Good hustle by defensive lineman. 8 to 9 yards downfield. Daniel Gilbert still hustling and made a play.
Well, this time the Hurricanes will come out of the shotgun. Allen hands off to Morgan Alexander, who tries to weave his way through the Cedartown defense. He'll pick up about 4 on first down. Brings up 2nd and 6.
Scott, it's been difficult running the football against the Cedartown defense. You know, Cartersville not able to gash them and get a big run here. Particularly, again, running east-west. Might have a little more success running north-south at them, but running east-west, this team is very, very fast, extremely quick.
Allen will come out of the shotgun. He's going to go 4 wide receivers, and this time he's going to roll out to his left. Allen with some time, looks deep, throws it down, has a receiver, and Trimble does not hang on to it.
Yeah, and really, Trimble was not open on that play. I thought he was going to go to the tight end, number 9, on that play for Cartersville. I thought Bobby Snyder was open. Allen going for the home run. He has a lot of faith, a lot of trust in his receivers, Trimble and Timmy Baker. In most cases, they're going to go up and they're going to make plays. Good effort by Jeremy Trimble trying to pull that football in, but ran out of real estate.
One back in the backfield, and this time the Hurricanes will roll out. Allen with some time, looks downfield, throws to the backside, has a receiver in Alexander who waits on the football at the 10, the 5, and is going to be wrestled down at the 4-yard line. The Hurricanes with a pickup of 42 yards on the pitch and catch, and they're knocking on the door with 6:25 to play here in the opening half. Canes leading at 21-0 on the Chuck Clancy Automotive High School Football Game of the Week. And here, Lyle Allen drops back, fires one deep down the middle, and what a play offensively. And again, coming away with the big stick down there, and a great play on the catch that time was Morgan Alexander, and then he just pushes his way forward for a couple more. Allen again out of the shotgun, and this time he's going to hand it off to Alexander up the middle, who pushes his way at the goal line, touchdown. And the Hurricanes are on the board again. They now lead it 27-0 with 6:16 to play here in the opening half, and Cartersville knocking on the door again as they'll come in to attempt the extra point by Trent Dittmer.
Again, you can see now the Bulldogs are starting to bend a little. There's a handoff to 17 Morgan Alexander. Just powering his way, running over Bulldogs and getting to the end zone. But Lyle Allen does all of the little things, sprinting away, throwing back to Alexander for that touchdown.
The extra point is no good, and we'll head to a quick timeout. Canes leading at 27-0 on the Chuck Clancy Automotive High School Football Game of the Week. We'll be right back after this. And welcome back. You're watching the High School Football Game of the Week. I'm Scott Singer along with Donald Rucker as we bring you coverage of the 2006 football season. Cartersville leading at 27-0 here with just 6:16 to play here in the first half. Trent Dittmer, a high floating kick, will be fielded at the 12-yard line, and he's going to bring it back up the field, and the Hurricanes are going to have to get back one man to beat outside. He's going to be wrestled down at the 46-yard line, and Cedartown with their best field position of the night.
Well, Scott, they're going to mark him out at the 36-yard line. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds. But it will be the best field position of the night for Cedartown. I was talking before the game to the defensive coordinator for Cedartown, Scott Jackson, who used to be a secondary coach at Cartersville High School probably 5-6 years ago, and he was saying that they really felt like they were 2 to 3 years away, that it's going to be a struggle this year. It's going to be a struggle next year for Cedartown, but felt like they were probably 2 to 3 years away from really having a good football program again.
Out of the shotgun comes Van Hunt. Again, he'll go 2 backs in the backfield as he sends a back in motion. And this time, he's going to pitch it out on the wing, and looking for the corner that time was Demetrius Green.
And can't see, Scott, as I said, because of the camera angle, not sure what's going on there, other than the fact that Leon Green just passed a lick. Leon Payne rather just passed a lick on Green on that play.
And a good hit, I believe. Again, we apologize for some of the camera angles. Cedartown is not the most conducive place to do a television broadcast. This is the 3rd time we've been here since we started the company. And again, sometimes creates a little bit of trouble. So the Bulldogs will bring it up to the line. Again, they'll work out of the shotgun. 3 wide receivers to the right side of the formation. 1 back in the backfield, and this time Hunt's going to roll out under some pressure, throws it deep, has a receiver, and it's caught up at the Hurricane 35-yard line, and the Bulldogs cross the midfield stripe for the first time tonight.
Scott, again, Van Hunt is a good quarterback. He can throw the football. Really not an option quarterback, more of a pocket quarterback, but that was a great pass by Van Hunt to number 3, Brandon Green on that play. He had number 11, John Jansen, breathing down his throat. You can see Jansen coming from the right side, just can't quite get there. But look at the pass, and nice grab by Brandon Green.
So the Hurricane defense moves back a little bit as the Bulldogs will bring it up to the line. 4:45 to play here in the first half. The Bulldogs this time will go with 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left side of the formation, 1 to the right. And again, Van Hunt comes out of the shotgun, 2 backs in the backfield. And this time, Hunt drops back, throws it across the middle, and the ball is incomplete. That time intended for Caleb Ritter.
And Ritter was wide open. A lot of man-to-man coverage in the secondary. You had number 3, Green, did a wheel route down the sideline. The secondary got a little confused as to who's going to guard who. You had one guy switching, another guy did not switch, and they left Ritter wide open in the middle. Had Van Hunt been able to hit Ritter in stride, he would have scored easily.
Well, the Bulldogs will bring it up to the line. They will work just shy of the 35-yard line at the 37. Now the Cedartown offense will move it around a little bit. 4 wides now for Hunt out of the shotgun. And a little bit of movement on the play. A couple guys moving early. Well, maybe not. They're going to get the timeout call first. So we'll take a break as well. 4:29 to play here in the first half. It's Cartersville 27, Cedartown nothing. We'll be right back after this. And welcome back. You're watching the high school football game of the week. I'm Scott Singer along with Donald Rucker as we bring you coverage of the 2006 football season. Cedartown with the football, and now they're running it right up the middle, and the Bulldogs with, right now, their most successful drive of the game.
On a big play in the middle, they hand off to the fullback. And Tavius Robinson on the play had number 1 for Cartersville, T.J. Ackey, saving a touchdown on Ackey against Robinson. But you're right, Scott, all of a sudden, the Bulldogs have awakened and they're moving the football with their most effective drive of the evening.
Well, the Bulldogs will bring it up to the line. This time they're going to come out of the shotgun. Van Hunt sends a receiver in motion. That's Ritter. Long snap count. He keeps it himself on the option, pitches it off on the wing, and the Hurricanes are there to meet him. And a great stick that time by Donovan Tate. Back at the 29-yard line. And a nice stop there for the Hurricane defense.
Great tackle in open field by number 32, Donovan Tate. And Scott, I just absolutely hate that play for Cedartown. The quarterback is so deep in the backfield when he pitches a football. You give a fast team like Cartersville plenty of time to come up and make a play. He lost 4 yards on that play, but you give guys an opportunity to come off blocks and still get to the football. Very slow developing play, particularly against a fast defense.
Well, the Bulldogs will break the huddle and bring it up to the line. It'll be 2nd and about 15 for the boys in red, the Bulldogs. Out of the shotgun, Hunt under some pressure, throws it across the middle, has a receiver, and he's across the 20 down to about the 15-yard line. He's going to be short of the first down, but it's going to bring up 3rd and short now for the Bulldogs offensively.
They lined up number 3, Brandon Green, in tight, and Green ran a crossing route. Van Hunt, you can see him looking back to his left. He's looking for Green all the way, wide open across the middle, number 45. There's Payne making the tackle. He's going to be a little short for the first down. It's going to be 3rd down, and call it 1 for a Cedartown first down.
He went out of bounds, so the clock stops with 3:06 to play here in the first half. The Bulldogs will bring it up to the line. Van Hunt goes under center. This time he's going to bring trips to the right side of the formation, and he hands off up the middle, and I don't believe he got anywhere.
He's not going to make it. It's going to be 4th down. Already spotted short by the officials. It's going to be 4th down, and he may have lost a little on that play.
Well, I have a feeling the Bulldogs will go for this.
Well, if you're Cedartown, you're thinking, Scott, you got 2:45 left. If we can get 6 points here, we're going to get the opening kickoff of the second half, have another successful drive, and they're down 2 scores in.
So the Bulldogs will break the huddle. They're in 4-down territory, 4th and a long 1. They'll bring it up to the line. The Bulldogs need to get to the 14-yard line. They sit on the 15. They're going to send it back in motion, and this time the quarterback Hunt keeps it himself, and the Hurricanes meet him right there, and I don't believe he got it. We'll see where the spot is. And they did not get it. The Hurricanes take over on down. So a great stop defensively. And again, even in a game like this, you want to draw momentum for next week. You want to get practice in, and that was a great goal line stop for the Canes right there.
That is great defense. Van Hunt faked to the fullback. I thought he was going to take that play a little wider. He's had success on the option, faking to the fullback, keeping it to the corner, but he got right in behind the fullback, and that's great defense by the Cartersville defensive front and linebackers.
So the Hurricanes will break the huddle and bring it up to the line. This is their worst field position since the opening drive of the game. The last 4 drives have all started in Cedartown territory, and the Hurricanes have come away with touchdowns on all of them. This time they'll start at their own 15-yard line, and they hand off up the middle, and the Canes will gain a couple up to the 20, make it 2nd and 5 now with 2 minutes to play here in the first half.
Not a whole lot of running room for Cartersville against this Cedartown defense. Of course, with now 1:58 to go, you know what Cartersville is going to do. They're going to run the same offense no matter what. They're going to throw the football. Be 2nd down and 5 for Cartersville first down.
So the Hurricanes will bring it up to the line out of the shotgun, and this time they hand off to Alexander, and we got a penalty flag on the play, or a whistle. There's going to be procedure call against the Canes. It'll back them up 5, brings up 2nd and 10.
Coach Barton playing it safe here. Cartersville 27 and Cedartown 0, 2nd and 10. You know what you don't want to throw an interception right here and give Cedartown momentum here right before the half.
I don't know if it would matter if they had any momentum before the half, but
trying to look for positive for Cedartown Bulldogs.
It's just a tough time for them in their program right now, and you can see it on the other side. I mean, maybe 200 fans here tonight on the home side. Haven't seen that in a while. Canes drop back to pass. Again, Allen stepping up. He's going to run out, and Allen's got the first down and a few more as the Canes will move the sticks. The clock will stop momentarily while they reset the chains. But this is a team that played for the state championship just 5 years ago.
Scott, you're right. When they play Cartersville, you know what the stands are like. But you're right. It's a desert on the other side of the stadium.
But 5 seasons ago, this team played for the state championship against LaGrange, and now the program has got just a couple hundred people in the stands, and that's really sad for Cedartown High School. I hope they are able to turn this around just for the region and everything else. It's a great program that needs to come back. Canes drop back to pass. Allen has time. Steps upfield. Now he's got some room to run. Allen will turn it up. He's across the 45, makes one man miss across the midfield stripe and into Cedartown territory down at the 41. And the clock will stop. Clock should stop momentarily with 45 seconds to play here in the first half. And now the clock will stop. 27-0 your score. And boy, Lyle Allen laid a lick when he got down. Cedartown trying to make the tackle on the quarterback, and the Canes will call timeout. We'll take a quick break as well. You're watching the high school football game of the week, brought to you by Chuck Clancy Automotive. We'll be right back after this. And welcome back. You're watching the Chuck Clancy Automotive High School Football Game of the Week. 45 seconds to play here in the first half, and the Hurricanes are going to bring it up to the line. The Cedartown defense kind of taking their time getting onto the field after the timeout. And again, Lyle Allen just laid a lick on that last run. A nice pickup for Lyle Allen, and the Hurricanes will come out of the shotgun. This time they go 5 wide receivers for the first time tonight. They'll bring trips to the left side of the formation, 2 to the right side. Allen drops back to pass, under some pressure now, rolls out, throws the ball on the move, has a receiver coming back to the football, and Donovan Tate just in and out of his hands, and that was 6. Boy, right there over the head of the receiver, and Donovan Tate was right there.
Yeah, we thought number 5, Brandon Brown. Brown had an opportunity to pick off that football, misjudged the football, and then Donovan Tate had a chance to catch the football. As you can see the pass, you're going to watch Brown. He had a chance, but misjudged the football, really just misjumped on that play. And, of course, Tate now has a touchdown if he catches the football.
There you see Donovan Tate. He's been a wonderful addition to this squad this year. 5 wide receivers, again, the same formation. Out of the shotgun goes Allen. He's going to drop back. Here comes the pressure. Allen throws it deep, has a receiver in Clyburn, and he goes back for the football, and the Canes are in there for 6. What a play. A 42-yard strike from Lyle Allen to R.B. Clyburn, and the Hurricanes lead it 34-0 with just 28 seconds remaining here in the first half.
A lot of contact on that play. Clyburn going downfield, but he's 6'6". Going against a defensive back that's about 5'9", 5'10". Good coverage. You cannot cover R.B. Clyburn any better than this. But he comes down with the football. What a pass. 14, Lyle Allen can throw the hound out of the football.
Well, the Hurricanes will line it up for the extra point, trying to take a 34-0 lead. The snap is down, the kick is up, it's good. The Canes lead it 34-0. We'll take a quick break and come back. You're watching the high school football game of the week, brought to you by Chuck Clancy Automotive. We'll be right back after this. And welcome back. You're watching the high school football game of the week, brought to you by Chuck Clancy Automotive. The Bulldogs will receive the kickoff down 34-0 as the Hurricanes put together an 85-yard touchdown drive, capped off by a 42-yard strike from Lyle Allen to R.B. Clyburn. It just gets pretty when he rolls out and throws it deep.
Yeah, Scott, and the cheerleaders are taking a beating tonight.
Yeah, doing the push-ups. They just pumped up 34 of them, and we're not out of the second quarter yet.
They're looking at Coach Barden. They're seeing call the dogs off already.
The kick is down inside the 5. They'll bring it back the other way, and spins off a couple would-be tacklers, and the Hurricanes plant him at the 26-yard line. Nice return that time for the Bulldogs, but an even nicer stop defensively there for the Canes on the coverage. And now the Bulldogs will try to get something going with just 20 seconds to go. I would assume they would take a knee here and head to the locker room.
Oh, we hope so. I tell you, for Cedartown, you know, Cartersville started to drive at their own 15, and you're thinking, you know, with a minute 28 or so to go, there's nowhere they're going to score. But for Cedartown, when it rains, it snows.
Under center again goes Van Hunt. Sends it back in motion, and this time they hand off right up the middle. They'll run the football, and they'll get up to about the 40-yard line. A nice gain that time. They'll pick up almost 15 yards on first down. The clock will stop momentarily while they reset the chains. Just 13 seconds to play here in the first half. 34-0 your score.
And you might want to go ahead and take a shot now. Throw one downfield with 13.5 seconds to go. You got a little field position here on your own 40. Take a shot downfield.
Inside the 40-yard line, we'll call it the 39, and that will run out the clock here in the first half, and a nice stop for the Canes defensively. Then they turn it around to an 85-yard touchdown drive, and the Hurricanes are in business. 34-0 at the half, and what an effort it has been offensively for Cartersville. We're going to take it down to the field now, where our own Alan Kinsley has Cartersville head coach Frank Barden. Alan, what do you have for us?
Well, Coach, you're up 34-0 at halftime. What do you tell your team at halftime when they're up this big? Well, I mean, you stay focused. You got to keep executing. You got to keep playing hard. And you know, if some number twos and guys get on the field, you play hard when you're between the lines. And you know, it doesn't matter the score, doesn't matter where, whoever's on the field, we just got to play hard.
All right, great. Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck second half. Guys, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Alan. And there you have it from the sidelines as Coach Barden heads to the locker room. And obviously, you know, he kind of knew this was going to happen tonight. Cedartown struggling this season, and Cartersville with an opportunity to work on some things. They've got 2 huge games coming up in the next 2 weeks, and they need to be ready offensively and defensively to take on Villa Rica and Carrollton. So there you have it at the break, 34-0 your score. The United Community halftime show this week will feature last weekend's band performance at Cartersville. Since we're on the visitor side, the band faces the home side. We will show you last week's band performance at Weinman Stadium. Again, you're watching the high school football game of the week. Again, sit down and watch the pride of the city of Cartersville, the Hurricane Marching Band. And welcome back. You're watching the high school football game of the week. I'm Scott Singer along with Donald Rucker as we get ready for the second half of play. Cartersville in full command of this game, 34-0. And the Hurricanes will kick off. The Bulldogs will get the football. And we may not see continuous clock here in the third quarter, but if the Hurricanes can hang on to a 30-point advantage or more, we will see a mandatory continuous clock in quarter number 4. Dittmer gets his foot underneath this one. It is a floating kick. It'll be fielded at the 9. He bobbles the football. They're going to hand it off. Ball's on the ground, and the Hurricanes will dive for it, but Cedartown's going to come up with it at the 5, and the Hurricanes blow an opportunity there to really cash in.
Again, Scott, it's special teams again for Cedartown has been a total disaster all night long. That time they tried to execute the reverse, tried to hand off, but number 12 for Cedartown, Marcus Hall, did not get a clean handoff, and Cartersville almost recovered the football inside the Cedartown 5-yard line. But thank goodness for Cedartown. There's their 1st and 10 at the Cedartown 5-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, they've got athletes. They should be doing a little bit more than what I just thought they were going to play a bunch of young kids. They've got good-looking athletes over there. They're just not doing what they're supposed to do. So the quarterback will go under center. Van Hunt hands off underneath, and the Hurricanes meet him right there, knock him back to about the 2-yard line. Might have gotten forward progress to about the 4. Lose a yard on the play, brings up 2nd and long. And we're talking about it at halftime, Coach. It's just very sad to see this at Cedartown, and you hope Coach Loudermilk can build this program back up.
And Coach Loudermilk did a great job at trying. That team was in the playoffs each year. I think they made it to the state championship one year under the guidance of Coach Loudermilk. He'll get it right, but it may take a couple of years before they can reestablish this program.
I think one of the bigger problems, and I've heard rumors about the problems between the school board and past coaches and everything else, they need to straighten out the things in-house first, and then they can worry about the football team. Under center goes Van Hunt. Again, a lot of wide receivers. Throws out to the flat this time. They set up that outside screen, and they'll get across the 5 out to about the 8-yard line. A gain of a couple on the play, and it's going to bring up 3rd and long now for the Bulldogs.
Nice hustle play by 11, John Jansen, sprinting from his left linebacker position to make the tackle over there in the flats that time on the wide out for Cedartown. Cedartown now will be 3rd down and 7 for a 1st down. They've got to get to the 15 for a 1st down.
There you see Van Hunt throwing to the sideline again, and a nice catch actually that time for number 17, Tyler Smith. Well, again, the Bulldogs will come out of the shotgun. Hunt drops back to pass under some pressure now, and here come the Canes, and they're going to drill him back inside the 5, back at about the 3-yard line, and that's going to bring up 4th down, and the Bulldogs are going to have to punt out of the end zone, and when it rains, it pours, because let me tell you, they have not gotten a hold of one yet. The punting has really been a disaster for Cedartown tonight, and now they're going to have to do it and out of the end zone, which is going to make things even worse.
You can see Cartersville coming in waves. There's the first guy, number 48 again, Luke Pye. Also number 46, Zach Harn coming in. Don't have a name for 88 for Cartersville, but coming in waves to sack Van Hunt on that play. And here comes the punt.
Byron Hall now back to receive this one. The punt just gets underway. It is a floating kick, and Hall is going to field it at the 25, and that's where the Hurricanes are going to take over 1st and 10.
And that was the best punt of the night. He had to punt that football from the 1-yard line. He's going to get about a 24-yard punt. The only problem is, Scott, as you stated, Cartersville will start 1st and 10 at the Cedartown 25-yard line. For those that don't think that special teams are important, special teams have killed Cedartown tonight.
They have.
I mean, Cartersville's a good football team. You don't need any help by letting them start on your side of the football field.
Twins to the right side of the formation. The Hurricanes hand off up the middle to Alexander. He loses the football. Cedartown picks it up, and the Bulldogs are off and running. They've got an opportunity here with a couple men to beat, and Jeremy Tremble comes back to make the tackle, and the Bulldogs are in business. Wow.
Of course, you hate to see that to start the second half. Your 1st and 10 at Cedartown 25-yard line. Donovan Tate hands off to 17, Morgan Alexander. I thought it was a clean exchange. You can see Alexander trying to change hands from right to left and drops the football. And there's big number 58 for Cedartown, Sam Tomlinson, a senior, trying to make a memory.
Well, the Bulldogs will now work from the Hurricane, is it the 439-yard line? So Cedartown with their best field position of the night by a long one. So with 9:19 to play here in the third quarter, the Bulldogs with an opportunity. So the punt wasn't that bad for them. They'll send Smith in motion. Hunt out of the shotgun. This time drops back to pass, has some time, throws it over the top, and the ball is incomplete. Now it's intercepted. It went through two pairs of hands. Looks like it would hit the ground, but Cody Nix was there to pick it off on the other end, and here come the Canes.
I'll tell you, I like those defensive backs going after the football. Hunt probably throwing his worst pass of the night. Really did not have anybody open. Threw that ball deep across the middle. Number 8, Tyler Blackwell, had a bead on this ball. Went after the interception, as you can see here. Also, 15 got his hand on the football for Cartersville. Doug Young, and tipped that ball into the hands of 13, Cody Nix.
So Nix with an interception, and here come the purple and gold. They'll work from their own 11-yard line. 9:11 to play here in the contest, and Donovan Tate will run the show offensively. Out of the shotgun goes Tate, 4 wide receivers, and this time the Canes will run it right up the middle, and nice play right up the middle across the 20 out to about the 25-yard, not quite the 25, maybe the 22 is where he'll be knocked out of bounds, and it'll be a first down for the Canes, I believe.
Alexander holding on to the football. Same play. This time he made it cut to the left instead of to the right and found good running room. And Scott, if you can tell where that football spotted, you got better eyes than I do.
Now they're going to put it at the 21, it looks like. So now they do get the first down. I was right. Not good enough to move the sticks. Again, I can't tell you, we have one of the worst angles we'll have all season to call a football game. Might as well be back in the car. Hurricanes out of the shotgun goes Donovan Tate, and this time he's going to keep it himself right up the middle on the keeper, and Tate pushes his way forward out across the 30-yard line, and the Hurricanes may be very near another first down.
Tate running behind number 75, big Joseph Gilbert on that play. Kind of ran into Gilbert a little, slowed him down. But we know that when Tate hits a burst, he can fly in the open field.
Well, Donovan will come out of the shotgun, and he's going to go 4 wides this time. Drops back to pass. Donovan will throw it. Gets a receiver in the flat and connects with R.B. Clyburn for the first down, and the Hurricanes will move the sticks with 8:06 to play here in quarter number 3.
Yeah, and I like to see 32 Donovan Tate get in the football game and work on the passing game a little. He's going to be your quarterback next year, so you want to get him some work, not just get in and hand off. He's got to throw the football. This is not about running up points against Cedartown. He's got to get some work as a quarterback.
Well, another first down for the Canes, and now they'll bring it up to the line. Donovan will come out of the shotgun. Again, 4 wide receivers, 1 back in the backfield. And this time, he's going to hand off to Alexander up the middle. And Alexander gets loose outside, stays on his feet, and he's going to have about 10 yards on the pickup. Going to be very near a first down as he's wrestled out of bounds at the 40-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 1 with 7:45 to play here, third quarter.
Of course, right now you just want to move the clock. Be nice if Cartersville can run off about a 7.5-minute drive right here. Go to the fourth quarter and invoke the mercy rule.
Well, the Hurricanes bring it up to the line. Lyle Allen will get the call from the sidelines. I'm sorry, Donovan Tate, rather, will get the call from the sidelines. Out of the shotgun again goes Tate, 4 wides, and this time he's going to keep it himself right up the middle. He's across the 45 and out to the 47-yard line, and that'll be good enough for the first down, a pickup of almost 9 yards, and the Hurricanes will move the sticks again.
And Donovan Tate looks good running the football. He hits the hole so quick, just a quick little burst, and he's 7-8 yards in a hurry into the secondary.
Well, one disadvantage Tate has coming in at quarterback is he doesn't have himself out there as a receiver or a running back. It's one less guy to throw to. They don't bring Lyle back in as a wide receiver, so he's...
And it's not because he couldn't do it. Lyle Allen could probably play wide out.
This time Tate's going to run it himself across the midfield stripe, steps outside. He's got one man to beat, steps in at about the 25 is where he'll be wrestled down. A pickup of about 30 yards on first down, and the Hurricanes will move the sticks again.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a preview of a coming attraction coming very soon near you, number 32, Donovan Tate at quarterback. And Scott, it's almost not fair to have 2 quarterbacks like that on the same team.
And Donovan just running right through the Cedartown defense, and such a good heads-up runner. He's got blazing speed. Hurricanes with a football, and this time they're going to run it to Alexander around the left end. He's going to push his way inside the 20 down to about the, I believe, the 15-yard line. And that's going to be a pickup of almost 8 yards on first down. Brings up second and short now for the Canes. Clock continues to run. We're under 7 minutes to play here, third quarter. Canes leading it 34-0 on the Chuck Clancy Automotive High School Football Game of the Week. The Hurricanes trying to get through this week, and then they return home for what is going to be the biggest game of the year so far when Villa Rica comes to Weinman Stadium. Hurricanes bring it up to the line. Out of the shotgun goes Donovan Tate. Tate will keep it himself. He runs around the right end, gets a block, turns the corner at the 10, at the 5, and he's going to be wrestled out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down, a pickup of 12, but we got a penalty flag on the field, and that's going to be a hold or a block in the back against the Canes.
Scott, and I tell you, this offense becomes so much more, and it is a block in the back against Cartersville, but this offense that Cartersville runs, and even that Georgia Tech, West Virginia, some other people are now running Wake Forest. When the quarterback can run the football, it opens up everything else for the halfback, because now you got to honor both of them. It's just tough to stop both players. When Donovan Tate hands the football off to Morgan Alexander, you can't just everybody take off after Alexander. He may have the football. Slows down your defense.
You've got two good quarterbacks to run the spread option right here. You've got two guys that can run. The most successful spread option was probably Utah a few years ago when Alex Smith was back there and he could fly.
And then throw the football.
Yeah, and throw it too.
And an accurate passer. You know, it's just very difficult to defend.
Out of the shotgun again, and this time he hands off to Alexander, who's going to spin off some tackles, but be brought down after a short gain. It'll bring up third and long now for the purple and gold.
See, you're going to see Donovan Tate fake and keep this football on this next play. He's going to pick up big yardage because the defense of Cedartown is pursuing so hard after 17 Morgan Alexander. They're going to open up a big play right here for Donovan Tate.
Well, the thing I love seeing about Donovan Tate is the fact that I know we're going to run in this offense for 2 more years, and that means I'm going to enjoy this again for 2 more years. It's a lot of fun watching this offense work. Hurricanes with the football. Out of the shotgun. Going to send it back in motion, and this time Tate drops back, throws to the flat, and the ball is incomplete, and it's going to bring up fourth down. Now we'll see what the Canes do. I believe they're going to bring in the kick team, and Trent Dittmer will try a long one. This is a good call right here by Coach Barton. You want to make sure Dittmer's leg is ready because in the next 2 weeks, a field goal may decide the game, and you want to make sure he's ready to kick a long one.
Exactly. Donovan didn't really get his feet set on that pass, didn't deliver a good pass, but he can throw the football.
This is going to be a 45-yard attempt for Trent Dittmer. I believe that is his longest of the season.
And we know he has a leg. The leg strength is not an issue. It's just a matter of the accuracy. He has a leg to get it there.
Snap is down. The kick is up and on the way, and that ball is no good. It went wide left. So he had the leg, not the accuracy, and with 5:41 to play here, third quarter, Cedartown will take over on their own 20-yard line, trailing 34-0. Again, you're watching the Chuck Clancy Automotive High School Football Game of the Week, and the Hurricanes in full command of this one, kind of working on some new things and a couple new wrinkles. And again, we just saw Donovan Tate, a penalty kind of killed the drive there, but we saw some very good things out of Donovan Tate at the quarterback position.
Yeah, Donovan Tate had run all the way down to the Cedartown 2-yard line, and as you stated, Scott, that penalty brought it back, but Cartersville should have gotten points on that drive.
Out of the shotgun goes Van Hunt. The Bulldogs will work from their own 20. Hunt, long snap count, lots of receivers. He's going to run the option, keeping it himself around the left end. Hunt looking for the corner, steps outside, and he's going to turn upfield and now takes a lick up across the 45 out to about the 47-yard line. And a 27-yard run gives the Bulldogs a first down.
And that's what happens in your secondary when you don't understand leverage. Had the right corner for Cartersville, lost leverage to the outside, and when that quarterback was able to get outside, your linebackers, your safeties can't run inside out and make the tackle. You got to force it back to the inside. If you're not going to make the tackle, force it back to the inside where your help is.
Well, the Bulldogs will bring it up to the line. Again, they're going to work out of the shotgun. Van Hunt back there with one back, Antavius Robinson. Out of the shotgun goes Hunt, rolling out under some pressure. Throws downfield, has a receiver, and it's caught in Cartersville territory at the 41, and the Bulldogs will be very near a first down.
Scott, I like Van Hunt as a quarterback. He's not quite the athlete of Lyle Allen or Donovan Tate, but very accurate when he has a chance to set and throw the football. Picked up a first down at the Cartersville 42-yard line, but still competing. Hadn't given up yet, still scrambling, working, trying to make something happen for his football team.
Well, Coach Loudermilk will have Van Hunt again, only a junior. I feel like he's been there forever.
Yeah.
Like we've seen him for a couple of years. Hunt will come out of the shotgun. He's going to bring a wide receiver, Ritter, to the left side of the formation, and now runs the option, pitches it out in the backfield. Running the football now is Demetrius Green. He gets across the 30 down to the 27-yard line, and the Bulldogs will move the sticks. 4:41 to play here, third quarter. Clock stops momentarily while they reset the chains.
And the Cartersville defense, particularly linebackers, got sucked inside on the fake, allowing Cedartown to get to the corner in that play. Really did not have anybody on the corner in that play. Of course, Cartersville has made some substitutions, but, if you're the defensive coordinator, you still want to hold them out. You don't want them to score. You want that shutout going into the fourth quarter.
Well, this time the Bulldogs will come out of the shotgun. Two backs in the backfield. They're going to send Ritter to the right side of the formation in motion, and this time Hunt's going to keep it again on the option, and he falls down just across, I believe that's the 35-yard line. And it's going to bring up third and long now.
And that's Daniel Gilbert again, number 71.
No, it's going to bring up second and 9 will be the call. They already moved the down marker on the screen a little early.
Still playing hard, hustling to make the tackle. Cedartown trying to get points on the board, down 34-0 to Cartersville with 3:50 now left in the third quarter.
Bulldogs out of the shotgun. One back in the backfield is Robinson. They'll go four wide receivers, and this time, Hunt breaks a would-be tackler, now steps up and takes a lick. He'll get maybe back to the original line of scrimmage, and it'll bring up third and long. 3.5 minutes to play here in the third quarter.
36 for Cartersville. JoJo Williams had a clean shot at the quarterback Hunt and did not make the tackle. He also broke a tackle from 35. Trey Ball, who does not miss very many tackles. Just a great job of Van Hunt to pick up 2 yards on that play.
Well, the Bulldogs bring it up to the line. Again, they're going to work out of the shotgun. Long snap count for Hunt. This time he drops back. Here comes the pressure, and Hunt's in trouble, rolling out. Throws, the ball is on the ground, and the Hurricanes may have it. We'll see. Don't believe they got it. I think Cedartown came back away with it back at the 41-yard line, but it's going to be 4th and a mile, and with 2.5 minutes to play in the game, we'll take a look at it in the third quarter, rather. Bulldogs are in trouble. Hunt spins out, has the ball loose, and nice hit that time by the Hurricanes, and nice play. The ball's popped out, and that thing does roll funny, and then Hunt does a good job of taking it away from John Jansen.
Trey Ball with the strip. Again, Cartersville bringing the house, getting pressure on Van Hunt. He was trying to throw the ball away, but never got an opportunity to throw the football. It's 4th down. Cedartown is on the Cartersville 43-yard line. They have to get to about the 17-yard line for first down.
Out of the shotgun, again goes Van Hunt. 3 wides, 2 to the left side of the formation, 1 to the right, 1 in the slot, and here comes the pressure, and the Hurricanes are going to wrap him up back at the 45-yard line, a loss of 5 on the play, and the Canes will take over on downs.
Boy, Luke Pye came off the edge I'm telling you, he had nitro coming off the edge, just sprinted around the right tackle, making the sack on Van Hunt. You can see Pye, look at Pye, showing the speed, making a sack on Van Hunt. Luke Pye having a great football game.
So the Hurricanes take over at their own 45-yard line with 1:48 to play here in this contest. The Hurricanes will break the huddle and bring it up to the line. They're going to work from the 45. 34-0 your score. Canes on top of this one. Donovan Tate in the game offensively. Canes hand off right up the middle. They get a couple. And The ball carrier that time for the Canes was Troy Nelson, who's really been getting some time offensively.
And I'm telling you, Donovan Tate is about to rip off a big run here. They're really not honoring the quarterback.
Bulldogs will get set defensively. The Hurricanes out of the shotgun again. Donovan Tate in at quarterback. He's been here the whole second half, and now he hands off to Nelson up the middle, and we got a penalty flag on the far side of the field.
Scott, and if Donovan Tate keeps that football, he's going to pick up 15, 20 yards.
Let's see what the call is. Might have had a procedure call against the Canes. Well, they picked. It is against the Canes.
A lot of discussion here, but no signal.
Angle motion against the Canes. It'll be 5 yards. They'll replay second down. 1:12 to play here, third quarter. Out of the shotgun goes Donovan Tate. He'll drop back to pass, throws toward the flat, and has a receiver, and it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 3rd and long. I'll tell you what, the best play they have right now is Tate stands back there, waits to see what the defense does, and then picks a hole. That's
and you got to get him an opportunity to throw the football. Not a bad pass by Donovan Tate. Doug Young, number 15, kind of quit on that route. Probably, just he's trying to sit down right there in the zone, and the timing not quite right on that play. But if Donovan Tate runs the ball 2 or 3 times, they're going to easily get first downs here.
Out of the shotgun goes Tate. This time he's going to keep it himself right up the middle. Tate switches hands, catches a block, turns upfield. He's across the 40 down to the 35-yard line, and the Hurricanes will move the sticks.
Yeah, and if he doesn't slip down, he's going to break somebody's ankle and cut back and run for another 20 yards. Donovan Tate can run the football.
What a play here as he just steps in the middle.
There he is. Look at the vision. Great vision. There's a cutback. There's a hapless linebacker.
There he goes. Hurricanes with the football out of the shotgun again. Comes Tate. One back in the backfield, and this time he's going to give it off right up the middle to Nelson, who pushes his way forward. He'll gain maybe a yard on first down, brings up 2nd and long.
Scott, I know you don't want to run Donovan Tate to death, but I mean, if he runs it 3 times in a row, it's a touchdown right now. They are not honoring Donovan Tate.
Tate gets the call from the sidelines.
I guess we're just being selfish. I just want to see him run.
11 seconds to play here in the third quarter. I don't think the Canes are going to run another play. They're going to let this clock expire. We will head to quarter number 4. Cartersville leading it 34-0. You're watching the Chuck Clancy Automotive High School Football Game of the Week. We'll take a quick break and come back right after this with quarter number 4, where we'll play continuous clock. Canes leading it 34-0. And welcome back. We get ready to start quarter number 4. Cartersville leading it 34-0, and the Hurricanes have the football. It'll be 2nd and long. They'll work from the Bulldog 34-yard line. Donovan Tate will again come out of the shotgun. Tate with one back in the backfield. That's Troy Nelson. Gets the snap, drops back, throws it over the top, has a receiver, and just over the reach that time of his intended receiver, Doug Young.
Tell you what I like. Donovan Tate knew the pressure was coming from the backside, stood in the pocket, took the hit, threw the ball a little long, but he knew the hit was coming, stood in the pocket like a pro and delivered that football just a little long for Doug Young.
So it brings up 3rd and long now for Tate.
Of course, the clock, even though that's a incomplete pass, we now have the Lord have mercy rule, and the clock continues to run.
I think this was brought in when LaGrange dropped down to AAA and they had to play teams like Jordan and Kendrick. That's when this rule came into effect, because they were winning games 60-0. They only had 2 or 3 games they had to play in. They drop back, they throw to the flat, and the ball's incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th down. And now the Hurricanes will have to make a decision.
kick one of those long field goals or go for a first down, let Donovan Tate run it in.
There you see the Hurricane band dancing the night away. Of course, it's homecoming next week at Cartersville. Good thing they didn't plan that against Carrollton. That's
big homecoming game, Villa Rica.
Cartersville's going to call a timeout with 10:35 to play here in the game. We'll take a quick break as well. You're watching the high school football game of the week, brought to you by Chuck Clancy Automotive. We'll be right back after this. And welcome back. Trent Dittmer will line up for what will be a 51-yard field goal attempt, and this would be a new school record if he were to connect here. He'd be breaking the record of his coach. Snap is down, the kick is up and on the way, and that ball just a tad bit short. And with 10:28 to play here in the contest, Cartersville hangs on to a 34-0 lead. And again,
it was online.
It was online.
That ball was online. Needed about probably 6 or 7 more feet, but online. Of course, you know, the good thing about high school, if you miss the field goal, that ball goes to the 20-yard line. It's not like pros in college where you're guaranteed that good field position. And it should be in high school because, you don't have the kickers that are as accurate as the pros in college. So it should go back to the 20.
Well, out of the shotgun goes Hunt. We're inside 10 minutes to play. Hunt keeps it himself, running around the right end. He'll dodge a few would-be tacklers and pushes his way across the 30 out to about the 35-yard line. A lot of younger guys in defensively now. Some changes being made.
And Hunt having a good game tonight, running the football and throwing the ball when he has time. He's been accurate, but 9:25 to go. Cedartown trying to get some points on the board before this game's over with. 9:19, clock still running.
Bulldogs will bring it up to the line. They will work from the 35. 9:10 to play here in the game. 34-0 your score. Hunt will come out of the shotgun. This time he sends Ritter in motion. And he hands off, actually keeps it himself. Rather, Hunt takes the hit, pitches it off, and the Bulldogs will gain a little bit of yardage. They pick up almost 9 running the option, but Hunt took a shot that time.
Little linebacker, 45, you see him right there, Leon Payne. What I like about Leon Payne, he made the hit, got off the ground, and started chasing the ball again. Plays hard. Look at the lick right there. That's Leon Payne, 45, a linebacker. How do you do? That'll make you not like football anymore.
Second and about 3. We're inside 8.5 minutes to play. The Bulldogs will bring it up to the line. Hunt will again come out of the shotgun. This time he brings number 17, Tyler Smith, wide to the right side of the formation. Out of the shotgun. And this time he'll keep it himself. Hunt with the football around the left end, and he's going to be hit and knocked down. Might have gotten the first down, picked up about 2 or 3 on the play. And they may move the sticks. We'll see where the spot is. If he didn't get it, he's right on the mark.
Yeah, he was running very gingerly on that play. He was looking for number 45, Leon Payne, but he's out of the game now. He's on the sideline. Had he known that, he would have picked up the first down, but he was looking for Leon Payne.
It'll be 3rd and short now. 7:45 to go here in the contest, and the Bulldogs will bring it up to the line. Van Hunt goes under center. Long snap count. And this time, Hunt will keep it himself and push his way forward. Clock continues to run. As a first down, it will not stop as they move the chain, since we are playing continuous clock here in the 4th quarter.
That's a good rule.
Very good rule.
Get that prayer answered. Lord, have mercy.
1st and 10 the call, just shy of the 50-yard line. 7:06 to go here in the contest. 34-0 your score. Canes on top of this one. They have led since the get-go and have never looked back. Bulldogs with a football. They're going to send Ritter in motion. Hunt out of the shotgun, and this time he drops back under some pressure, throws it over the top, and that ball is incomplete. That time intended for number 29, Scott Helms.
And he had Helms wide open, but Hunt receiving pressure, stepped up in the pocket, had to move his feet and overthrew Helms down the middle. But when you're pressured all night long, Scott, you don't know where it's coming from. It can rattle you a little bit, and that time Hunt had a guy open for a touchdown and overthrew it. Of course, you got a new secondary in the game for Cartersville. really new defense in the football game now, so probably going to have a little miscommunication.
Bulldogs with the football. They're going to come out of the shotgun. Hunt looks over the defense now. Keeps it himself around the left end. He's got some room to run, and he's going to push his way into Cartersville territory, down inside the 40. He'll call it the 39-yard line, and the Bulldogs will again move the sticks.
Hunt going out of bounds, but again with the continuous clock, the clock continues to move. Cedartown trying to get points on the board as Cartersville continues to shuffle in guys in and out of the game. 5:43 to go, 1st and 10, Cedartown at the Cartersville 39-yard line.
Caleb Kennedy checking out of the game for the Hurricanes defensively. The entire JV front now has come into play against the Cedartown starters. Van Hunt will come out of the shotgun. 5:15 to go here in the contest. Hunt drops back to pass, has a little bit of time, throws it over the top, ball in the air, and it's picked off. What a great play defensively. Coming on to make the pick is Doug Young, and the Hurricanes will take over.
I tell you, I like Doug Young. Again, Doug Young said last week, a move-in from Mississippi, a sophomore, but a good-looking athlete. That's a great play. You can see on the replay, playing safety position. He's got the middle to the sideline, coming out of the middle, making a great play right there. So Cartersville will start 1st and 10 at the Cartersville 10-yard line. 4:33, clock still running, 1 first down, and this game's over.
4:25 to go here in the contest. Again, we're running continuous clock. The Hurricanes will break the huddle and bring it up to the line. A lot of shifting going on over there. And the Hurricanes will run it right up the middle. Blake Sheff in the game. And you got a lot of good-looking linemen, a lot of good-looking younger kids on this team.
Yeah, you got number 18 in the game also, quarterback for Cartersville, Francis Duncan, the quarterback now.
So Francis Duncan gets the play from the sidelines. Checking out of the game is Richard Spooner, sophomore tight end. I'm telling you, got a lot of size in these younger classes. Hurricanes with the football, run it right up the middle. Good looking play. They're going to run in some other guys offensively.
They're running in more than Paul Hewitt from Georgia Tech. These guys are going in and out. It's like basketball, substitutions coming in.
Well, the Hurricanes will bring it up to the line. No work out of the eye. Inside 3 minutes to go, and they hand off around the right end.
That's a little Todd Dean with the football for Cartersville, number 33, a running back, a freshman. He's got some Antoine Sam type ability, but Todd Dean gonna be a good little running back.
Now they're going to run the punt team back on the field, and Dittmer will be punting, so the Canes will kick this one away. 2:22 to play here in the contest. Cartersville still up 34-0. You're watching the high school football game of the week, brought to you by Chuck Clancy Automotive. We can thank all of our sponsors for tonight's game. Again, without them, this would not be possible. Also, don't forget to watch the Frank Barden Show every Thursday night at 8 o'clock, and then it is immediately followed by the Rick Casco Show, brought to you by Major Motors. It's the Beef O'Brady's Frank Barden Show and the Major Motors Rick Casco Show. They are on Thursday night at 8 o'clock is the Frank Barden Show. 8:30 is the Rick Casco Show every week. And then again, they re-air on Saturday mornings starting at 8:30. Rick's show is first, and then Coach Barden's show follows at 9 o'clock. And then, of course, it's the game of the week every Saturday morning at 9:30. And then again, Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock on Channel 53. We may have a change in that when Comcast takes over in another month or so. But for right now, we're all on 53. Don't forget, you can also check out a new car at Wynn Pontiac GMC. You can also check out some furniture with Cartersville Outlet. They're on all the time. And if you are into chiropractic care, don't forget King Chiropractic, also running an infomercial this month in Forsyth County. And there's a good run right at the middle of that time.
That's number 3 again, VJ Canny. VJ Canny playing quarterback last week. He ended fullback right now, freshman. Good-looking freshman running back for Cartersville. And the hits just keep on coming.
A minute and a half to play in the contest. Cartersville will move to 6-1 on the season with 2 huge games coming up in the next 2 weeks. Hurricanes break the huddle and bring it up to the line. Now I got a little delay on the field. Actually, the clock stopped with 1:09 to play.
I don't know why.
There's no reason that the clock should be stopping at this point. 1:09 to go.
I have no idea why he stopped the clock. There's a different definition of continuous going on right now.
Now they're going to run it. And there goes the clock. Out of the eye come the Canes, and this time they're going to pitch it off around the left end, and nowhere to go on second down that time for number 29.
I can't help you on that.
I don't know who that is. We don't even have him on the roster. Assistant coach is next to me here, giving me the same sign.
It's a freshman. That's all I can tell you.
So they'll come off the sideline.
We're at 33 seconds.
We are inside a minute to play. And, Coach, you got Villa Rica next week coming to Weinman Stadium. Kickoff 7:30. And, again, this is going to be a playoff atmosphere for the next 2 weeks. Villa Rica lost to Cass last week. The only way they can get back in the hunt for both the region title and a good seed in the playoffs is to beat Cartersville next week. And then they've got a date with Carrollton, I believe, the week after, or 2 weeks after that.
There's one thing you know, you're going to get Villa Rica's best game next week. They will bring the A game. Cartersville has kind of had a couple of weeks here, a couple of down weeks where you haven't had real stiff competition, but it will pick up next week.
Well, there's your final 34-0. The Hurricanes put 34 on the board in the first half, and they hang on to win it. The final 34-0 here at the Dog Pound in Cedartown. We'll take a quick break and come back and break it all down. You're watching the high school football game of the week, brought to you by Chuck Clancy Automotive. And welcome back. You're watching the high school football game of the week as we now head down to the field as our own Alan Kinsley has Cartersville head coach Frank Barden.
All right, Coach, this win puts you in the postseason. How do you attend the rest of the home games and all the rest of the season coming up?
Well, I mean, you play them one at a time. Now we're fixing to play a really tough Villa Rica team. It's at home, and it'll be a big ball game for us, one we got to go back this week and get prepared for.
Different Cedartown team that you've seen in the years past. How do you think you came into this game, and how do you think they're going to come into this game?
Well, I mean, it's, you know, they're in a transition period, and they're going to be fine. In fact, they're going to be a really good program to deal with in the future.
All right, great. Thanks a lot, Coach. Guys, back up to you.
Thanks a lot, Alan. And there you have it from the sidelines. Cartersville, a 34-0 winner tonight here at the Dog Pound, and another huge victory for the team on the road. But now they've got 2 big home games as they return home to Weinman Stadium on Friday night.
Yeah, most important of all, in a game like this, you take care of business in the first half. You get everybody involved in the football game the second half. And what you really like is that you didn't get anybody hurt in this football game.
And that's a very good point. You come into next week as healthy as you can be. Most likely you'll see some guys that may have not played tonight be back in as well. And again, this is a playoff atmosphere. You're going to see Villa Rica's best. It's a big game coming up. A big win tonight here at Cedartown. You don't want to have any letdown. I don't think they did tonight. A lot of younger guys got in the game here in the second half, and a big win for the Canes on the road.
Yeah, this could have been a dangerous game if Cartersville didn't show up to play. Cedartown, even though they've got a new coaching staff, there's a little disarray, and they're trying to get things back to where they were. They still have enough athletes to beat you if you're not careful. And Cartersville came in and defeated an 0-6 football team, and they handled a team that's 0-6 like you're supposed to.
And there you have the final 34-0 as the Canes now move to 6-1 on the year. And for Cedartown, they drop to 0-7. We're going to wrap it up for this weekend's game. Again, I'd like to thank the crew for tonight's contest. Alan Kinsley working one camera and running sideline, doing a little double duty today. Brett Ward, along with Dusty Taft, Cheryl Kennedy, and of course Jason Woodside. I'm Scott Singer, along with Donald Rucker, saying good night from the Dog Pound in Cedartown. We'll see you again next Friday night as the Hurricanes return to Weinman Stadium to play host to Villa Rica in a key Region 6 AAA game. We'll see you again next Friday night.